So Rhea Ripley is injured. Her title reign comes to an end. Um, she has a torn shoulder. I don't know how long she'll be out. She'll probably be out for maybe a couple months. I could see her coming back probably by June or July. But there's something interesting that happened, and it's about Liv Morgan. Now, Liv Morgan, in storyline context, she attacked Rhea Ripley for payback for taking her out back in July. She cost Liv Morgan about 6 months of her career, right? About with the same injury as well. So I didn't think that attack backstage, Liv throwing a chair at Rhea Ripley, I did not expect Rhea to get an injury from that backstage attack. Was not expecting that at all. But now they can make a storyline. This could be a chance for Liv Morgan to get up in that card, finally be important, and to win the Women's World Championship. It's no doubt in my mind that she is going to be the next women's champion. And by the time Rhea comes back, Liv will still be the champion. So you already have a fresh feud for Rhea Ripley when she comes back, right? And this is something that Rhea Ripley needs. Her title reign, look, for a lot of people that got something negative to say about Rhea Ripley's title reign, um, where are you at now? Because now that she's injured, it seems that a lot of people are now kissing her ass and saying, oh, her title reign was awesome. She had one of the best title reigns in the modern era. And, she was champion for about 379 days. And the reason why Rhea Ripley's title reign in the beginning wasn't inspiring at all, wasn't really that good, was because the lack of challengers. And I have talked about this in the past. Some people will say, well, Rhea Ripley's title reign just sucks because she's trash and she's boring and blah, 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 blah. Look, Rhea Ripley has came into her own. When it comes to the whole mommy character, listen, she got more character than mostly any other woman that you see in the WWE. Straight up. A lot of the women that's on the roster are not on Rhea Ripley's level from a character standpoint. She's not just in the women's division doing stuff, but in the Judgment Day as well. She's been involved in a lot of TV segments when it comes to the Judgment Day. And, she has played her role very well. At this point, when she comes back, I'm suspecting that she will turn face because right now she is over. Fans were not happy when she had to relinquish the title. And when they shown Liv Morgan talking backstage, fans booed Liv Morgan. So Liv Morgan is definitely going to be a bad guy going forward. And this is only going to get Rhea Ripley over even more. And her stock is at an all-time high. That's why she had to beat Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch, to me, was not good enough to beat Rhea Ripley. There's really no one that has been on Rhea's level that could beat her for that title. So when it comes to her title reign overall, there wasn't a lot of decent challengers, quality challengers that could be her opposition, right? She didn't really have much memorable feuds. And by all means, I'm not going to shit on her title reign at all. In my opinion, she's had the best title reign. I mean, a better title reign than Charlotte has ever had. If I'm comparing her title reign to a Charlotte or to um trying to think of the name of an Asuka, you know, her title reign was better than both of their title reigns combined. When it comes to Charlotte, Asuka, I don't remember them having a memorable title reign, you know. And it's not about the champion makes the man or the woman. It's about the woman or the man making the championship mean something more. And I think Rhea Ripley did a lot for that women's world championship than anyone has ever did or will ever will. Because when Liv Morgan wins it, she's gonna have to really step up. And she got big shoes to fill. You know, we can disregard, man, the SmackDown blue belt women's championship, right? We can disregard that because the real championship is that women's world title. Okay, that's a real championship. And for the record, I just want to say I'm glad they got rid of those red and blue, tag team copper coin belts. We've had them for over a decade. It's about time we got rid of them, man, because those do not look like real championships. They look like Toys R Us belts. Okay? Like, that's not a real wrestler's championship. Okay? When you look at the women's world title, that's a real championship design. It looks prestigious. It looks like something you want to hold, that you want to risk your body and sacrifice for. You want to, you know, wrestle your ass off just to win that title, you know? And I thought Rhea cut a very edgy promo before she left. Um, I just don't see her becoming a heel anymore. I see her being a face because she's very over right now. And that's the reason why Rhea Ripley was never going to lose that championship because she is still very over. And late last year she was just now coming into her own, not just like as a wrestler, because she was always good as a wrestler. It's just as a character, she had to find herself, and it took her some time to come into her own and to discover, who she is on TV, you know? So fans that are saying, well, her title reign was boring, trash, you know, I think at the end of the day, I mean, if you're gonna stand on that, stand on that, Don't switch up now because she got injured and she got to relinquish the title. People are now saying, "Oh man, I'm so mad that she lost her title. Man, it sucks that she had to lose her championship." I mean, well, you know, where was that energy before? You know, I think some fans are starting to switch up on, Rhea Ripley's title reign, now that she's injured, you know, almost like this uproar. I mean, to me, her title reign was decent. It just the challengers that she had wasn't on her level. You look at Natalia. I mean, it seemed like in the beginning Natalia was just going to be jobbing for Rhea Ripley, like just being a jobber. She was just going to lose very quickly, and she did. Like at that one pay per view, United Champions, I believe. Um, but they really did nothing to build up her challengers. That's the thing. They were just feeding woman to woman after her. You know what I'm saying? Raquel Rodriguez really didn't get much of a build up to face Rhea Ripley, and it just seemed that Rhea Ripley was on a whole other level than the rest of the women. You know, she's all the way up here, and the rest of the women are down there. And it's like, how do you get the rest of the women on the roster to get up to her level? And it felt like no one was really on her level except a Becky Lynch. But Becky Lynch had her time already. Then Nia Jax came back, and it felt like, okay, Nia Jax may be on her level, right? Nia Jax was able to have a good match with Rhea Ripley at the Chamber, right? And then you look at someone like Liv Morgan. But you know what? The thing with Rhea and Liv is there's a history there. There's already a background, right? There's a plot. Those two were former tag team partners, right? Rhea turned on Liv. Liv was literally the last person to pin Rhea Ripley before Rhea won. Well, yeah, before she became undefeated. She's still undefeated, you know? And that was it. All of her other challengers, like Zoe Stark and Ivy Nile or Natalia, even though she had a great match with Natalia in that one Raw episode, they just were not built up enough to be a credible challenger. Maybe from a wrestling standpoint, but from a character standpoint of like an importance to the fans, right? There was really no one believable. There wasn't okay where the fans can say that's who I think is believable enough to beat Rhea Ripley. Like the fans were not convinced that this person is the one to beat Rhea Ripley. Some people were kind of convinced that Becky could beat Rhea, and there was an other half that said, I don't think it's going to happen. I think Rhea at this point she's just at an all-time high right now, and she's on a different level than Becky, for Becky to beat her. So, you know, her title reign overall was a success because I feel like what determines a wrestler's success, a successful title reign, is how well they're able to develop their character through that title reign. And when she made her character, developed her character more, right? Because she's over like hotcakes. Okay, the whole mommy thing is over. Rhea gets better reactions than most of the guys do at this point, and that's a fact. The most over female in your company right now is Rhea Ripley. It's not Becky no more. Compare Becky's reactions to Rhea's reactions. It's a total difference, night and day. Becky Lynch does not get the same reactions that she used to in 2018, 2019. You know? And with her character development, she was able to make that title mean something more now. Right? So now that Women's World Championship, it means something because of Rhea Ripley. You know? I was never doubting her title reign. I thought, okay, Rhea Ripley could be a great women's champion if, she's giving credible challengers, but also developing her character. And I felt that she developed more of a character than she did, than she had credible challengers for that belt. And the only two credible challengers she had were Becky and Nia, for the most part. And Liv Morgan as well, because Liv Morgan, there's a history once again. Okay, this is just another layer to the feud with Rhea and Liv. And so once Liv comes back, I can tell you right now, this feud is going to be cooking. and it's going to be a hot feud going into the summer, into the fall months, and I feel like that feud will definitely elevate the women's world championship. So it sucks that Rhea got injured. Um, at least she was able to perform at WrestleMania and defend her title. Um, Overall, I thought her title reign was a success. That's my opinion. I thought she had the best title reign, probably better than Bianca, if I'm being honest. I thought if I'm comparing her title reign to Bianca's title reign, I thought Rhea Ripley had a better title reign than Bianca did. That's just my opinion. More than Asuka or an Io or even a Charlotte Flair. You know, at the end of the day, it's not about the quality matches you have. Although Rhea, she's had quality matches with that belt, defending that belt. You look at the match she had with Natalia. You look at the match she had with Nia Jax, Zoe Stark, and Becky Lynch. You know, she had those quality matches. So at the end of the day, um, I hope a fast recovery for Rhea Ripley. Um, you know, Before she got injured, it seemed like she was never going to lose that belt to anyone. That she was just going to remain undefeated for a longer period of time. But yeah, I mean, it's probably good for Liv Morgan because now she's definitely next in line for that title reign. So with that being said, let me know y'all think in the comment section. This is the Rational Wrestling Mark, another edition of Rational Wrestling Talk. Thank y'all for watching. I'm out. Peace.